Podcast Show. It's your boy Bryce. I'm joined by no other than my brother
Tariq.
Tariq. We, midweek pod. Tuesday for those watching live. Wednesday for those that are listening or coming back to this. But how you feeling, man?
Feeling good, man. Couple more days. Really a day and a half, and then school year is over.
Wait, the kids still
In
in
the
school?
summer break. Yeah.
Oh, the
Snow
kids out
days.
down here.
Snow days.
Oh, snow
They added
days.
4 extra days. Last Friday should have been the last day, but they added 4 extra days.
4 extra days is
Um,
insane.
it really is. Like it's mid June. Still in
Yeah,
school. That's nuts.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, Coco Golf won it French Open. Arena Sabalenka. I'm a big fan of hers, but I don't really like how the way she was talking
Yo, the way she was
after that.
talking was crazy. I mean, I feel like there's some truth to it a little bit where she was like, "Oh, she went off of my mistakes," which is like, that's the thing.
Mhm.
That's a fair assessment there. But she was talking that
At the
cash.
end of
I
the day,
ain't
that's
gonna lie.
sports. Right. She was talking crazy. Like she really wasn't trying to give Coco no credit, and I ain't really here for that.
Mm-mm.
Um, and I will say, I don't want to say she's a sore loser, but when she loses, she tends to try to make it more about her than the opponent. Like she loses, she likes to like poke fun and like fake blame her coaches and like, oh y'all, I'm gonna fire you guys, or like I think in this one she was like, thanks for having my back, even though I played terrible today or something like that. Like she just finds a way to try to like make people laugh or make people feel bad for her for losing. It's like I get it, but at the end of the day, like you lost the tennis match, move on to the next one. Like
Yo,
um, I feel like she wasn't trying to give Coco credit for what she was doing or what she did. Like again, you could have played terrible, but Coco could have also played bad and not capitalized. Like
hmm
if it was the other way around, you would have taken the win just like Coco did. So um the ego point was really the one that was like, all right, that's a little weird. And then Coco was like, look, I beat Ego last time, straight sets, last time I played her. So she was like, Loki, I would have rather played her. I said, that's what I want to hear right there. Like, come back with that 5.
yeah,
But shout out Coco Golf, man. 2-time major champion.
yo,
Wimbledon is maybe a month away, maybe a little. I feel like it's in July,
yeah. I feel
maybe
like
like
we're a
end of
couple
June,
weeks away from it.
end of July, I think.
Yeah,
Grass court season is upon us. WNBA season still in full effect.
yo,
We're uh, in the Commissioner's Cup segment of the season. I'm enjoying it, but at the same time, I feel like there's not a lot of games each night because of the Commissioner's Cup.
yeah.
Like I
It's
feel
the
like
way
last
they're
week
like
there was just
spacing
like
it
a
out.
shortage of games. Yeah, it was just like,
It's killing me in
oh, you
fantasy,
might get
bro.
one game tonight. Yeah, yeah. You was able to get me last week
I got
on
you.
Sunday
I got
because
you.
I was like, oh, he didn't put his lineup in. It was like 1:30. The
Yeah.
game didn't start till 3. And I was like, all right, cool. I got Paige. Then at like 2 o'clock, they said Paige wasn't playing.
Mm.
And I didn't go change anything because I was like, ain't really much, ain't nobody on the thing because it was only what, maybe 2 games that day.
Maybe I
And
want
I
to
was like,
say
ain't nobody I can go pick up for real.
yeah.
And then I looked later on and saw that you had put 2 people in. And I said, oh, yeah, it was clear.
Yeah. I definitely changed my lineup.
But
But on top of things.
um, yeah, the line, I mean, I won every other league I was in that week. So, but it definitely has been weird to like not have as many games. I feel like, and I feel
Yeah.
like once the Commissioner's Cup thing is done, that'll come back. But there was also so many games early that it makes sense that like some teams are having like 1 or 2 games in a week. Like I think the Aces only had one game last week. I think the Dream only had one game last week.
Yeah.
Um, but then there's other teams that have like 3 or 4 in one week. So I was like, there's got to be a little bit of variance. And I know think I think it might have been Satu that talked about 9 games in 18 days, which is a lot, but at the same time, I mean, it's not terrible. I think it just depends on like traveling and things like that. But if if the travel is better and you're able to get in and get time, because I know like a couple years ago or even a little bit of last year, like the travel was really bad to where like they weren't getting in until three, four
Day
hours before
of
the game, which was crazy.
was travel day
Um,
on the day of of a game is just insane. Like just for the
Nuts,
average individual travel day is really just a lot, but for a day of is
right?
insane too.
Yeah. Yeah. And then obviously we got the NBA finals going on, 2 games in. So sports in full effect. Football season is inching closer, getting into mini camps and teams really finalizing their rosters and things like that. I need the Commanders to go get Jair Alexander like right now. I need that notification to pop across my screen ASAP. No rock. But how about you, bro?
It's been a day. I'm not gonna lie to you, but weirdo talking basketball, so can't complain about that. But I mean, been in the gym. Broke in my A1s finally. I broke in my A1s. Video coming soon on the TikTok. What else is there? Um, really just been trying to find balance. Really just been trying to find, yeah, balance. So I mean, not too much though. But it's just been back in the gym really. But yeah, ain't quite had to say ball talk quite yet. But I got close to that. I got close to that. I got close to that. But all in all, though, I can't be too mad. I'm just grateful. Um, and yeah, looking forward to these next 2 games at Indy, Commissioner's Cup games, as you said. It's been weird though because it's like you mentioned, it's like not a lot of games or just they're just spaced out really. It's like it'd be nights where we don't have any basketball at all. Like we had 2 nights last week with no basketball.
Yeah,
That's
I don't like
insane.
that at all. And there was no basketball at all because it was on a night where there was no NBA finals.
Yeah.
The NBA finals is dumb spaced out too. That's the thing. Every
I mean,
night,
NBA
every
finals has always
game's
been
been
spaced
two
out
two
for as
days
long as
off.
I can remember. NBA finals have been
I
spaced
feel
out
like the
like that.
weekdays it wasn't.
It always Thursday, Sunday were the first 2 games. It
Yeah, but
was
I don't feel like it was Thursday, Sunday, Wednesday though.
yeah, that's crazy though.
Because
But see,
if
you got
it
what
better not be
Thursday,
Wednesday, Saturday,
Wednesday.
because
No,
I'll
I think
tweak
it's
out.
No, no, I think Game 4 is Friday.
It better be Friday.
I'm
I was
thinking
about to
Game
say,
4 is Friday.
golly, bro, God.
Game 4
I mean, they said,
Friday.
oh well, better rest means better games. Well, they played terrible in game 2, so I don't know about that.
Let me see. I wrote down the schedule because I'm trying to get more in tune and more on track with stuff. No, let's see. All right, final schedule is as follows: Game 1 was Thursday. Game 2 was Sunday. Game 3 is tomorrow or tonight, whenever you're watching this. Wednesday. Game 4 is Friday. Game 5 would be Monday. Game 6 would be Juneteenth, and then Game 7 would be Sunday the 22nd.
A lot of those 3 days in between, which I guess isn't terrible, but
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the way this series is going, we can start talking about it after this. But I wait. I mean, what was our prediction? Thunder in 6.
yeah, basically,
Prediction was Thunder in 6. I said we really said 5, but we really think it could be 6.
yeah. We was
Hey,
like,
we'll
we'll
give
get them 2
Indiana
because of how they
2
played.
because yep.
So we was like Thunder and 6, but we was really thinking like Thunder and 5.
And I had a feeling that whatchamacallit, that the Pacers would get a game in not Indiana, in Oklahoma City. Just not game 1 and not how they got the game, that
Right.
game 1. I went back and rewatched both games, and I mean it's just a difference, really, or just I don't know, like that team just has a certain fight behind them, to where it's like they're kind of pesky, like you just kind of can't get rid of them, like they're in your face, they're right there, they're like like we gonna find a way, and seeing Tyrese Halliburton get the ball and just going on the court the way he did, and just that shot, like he got a good shot off. They didn't rush it. I don't feel like he just got to a spot, made a shot. Didn't call a timeout. That's good on Carlisle because I mean a lot of coaches, we've seen a lot of times in that situation, coach call a timeout, reset, try to draw uh, um an OTA, and try to draw something up or trying to come up with a play that way. But Nah, definitely a great game one. Game two is more on par with how I thought this series would go. Um, Thunder led wire to wire this game, and really was. Hmm, I would say their core kind of stepped up a little bit. You know, Shea had 34 in that game. J Dub and Chet had a good game two as well. Um, they kind of found ways to neutralize both Siakam and Tyrese. So that was more of a Thunder brand of basketball. That game two, was in that game one where they blew the lead with, I want to say, 3 minutes left in that game one.
Mhm. Yeah.
But before we get too deep into the subject, because this is on my mind, NBA, I'm on to you. Adam Silver, I'm on to you. I know Tariq gonna have I won't say an issue, but he like, oh, here we go. This man dissing Adam Silver again. Yes, because I won't say he's fully to blame, but he is the forefront, the face of the league and league's decisions, and he's the commissioner. If something goes wrong in the NFL, we blame Roger Goodell, so on and so forth. Now, we have a good finals, and there's that a lot of content or just a lot of topics, points that we can use and talk about to bring these finals or make these finals like sufficient, um, significant is really the word I'm looking for. But it just hasn't felt like it's been the NBA finals. It's felt like it's just been another playoff series. Uh, the finals branding is nowhere on the court. They tried with them CGI little edits or little Larry O'Brien's on the court, them digital joints. We not rocking with that. We not rocking with that. I'm sorry. That's a here damn. All right, we not rocking with that. Um, just the finals presentation in general, it doesn't. It just doesn't. It just feels like it's missing, like the finals that we grew up on. Like the Miami Heat finals against the Spurs, or even like the KD versus Braun finals with the Cavs and Warriors, or just I don't know. I don't know when it stopped, but I know it's just too much that they can do that they're not doing with these finals. It just doesn't feel significant enough for it to be the finals. It just feels like, oh, this is another playoff series. Maybe because these are two smaller market teams, the two newer teams in the finals that don't usually be in the finals. These are teams of guys that are becoming household names and not established household names already. But I feel like they dropped the ball as of now with these finals.
I would blame that more on the media than I would blame the NBA. I think the NBA itself tries to do a great job of marketing. Um, Guys like Shea, guys like Halliburton, younger teams, smaller market teams. I would say it's more so the mainstream media that doesn't cover those teams or doesn't talk about those teams that hurts it. Because in the NFL, it doesn't matter who's in the Super Bowl; it's getting covered like the Super Bowl. In the MLB, it doesn't matter who's in the World Series; it's getting covered like the World Series, regardless who's in it. Last year was New York and Los Angeles. I don't think they covered it any differently than any other one, and that's the biggest it could possibly be. NHL, I don't watch it, but I know for a fact that it's covered, and it feels like the Stanley Cup final.
Oh yeah.
Same with tennis and majors. Like it doesn't matter who's when Emma Raducanu and Leylah Fernandez were in the U.S. Open final a couple years ago. It didn't feel any different than any other U.S. Open final. So I would say it's more so on the media to help push the league, help push the younger players, help push the not LeBron, not Steph, not KD's. Like when you look at it from a lens of, oh well, the casual fan probably doesn't know who these people are. Teach them, tell them who they are. It's easy. It's so much easier to go out in their eyes. It's easier to go out and say, "Hey, this guy does this well," and that's it. Hey, he got to go do this. If he don't do this, they don't win. Tell me why they don't win. Why he doesn't do this, why do they not win? Because if you watch NFL Live or any kind of coverage of the NFL on whether it's NFL Network, Get Up, they explain to you to a T why this team might beat this team, why this team has the advantage here, where are the advantages, where are the disadvantages. When you watch them talk about Philly and Kansas City, everybody said, hey, Philly has got everything that they need to beat Kansas City. And they went in depth of how they could beat Kansas City. And then we watched the game, and that's exactly what happened. They beat them in the trenches. They said, hey, they're going to try to make Jalen Hurts beat them, but the pass, Jalen Hurts beat them with the pass. You don't hear none of that on the NBA, on the NBA side. NBA TV doesn't really get the coverage. And even then, sometimes it's guys that are just out there yapping. Like, yeah, they bring guys like John Wall on there sometimes, but they don't market that. They don't tell us that John Wall gonna be on there. I'll just
Yeah,
be seeing clips and I'll be like, oh snap, John Wall on NBA TV.
yeah. Same
But
with Amon Shepard. He just randomly
I'm like,
appeared on ESPN one day wearing a suit jacket and some
yeah,
basketball shorts,
like when the Morris twins just all of a sudden start coming
being
on
on
ESPN,
first
like,
take as a
and again, like
regular.
that's no disrespect to them, but it's like,
No, not at all. Because I mean,
but
we
it's
like the
like,
insight because I mean, players they should be able to tell their stories, share their stories because they've been there. Like, I want to say I don't
right,
know what Morris twin was it, but I'm pretty sure one of them was on that Celtics team last year, if I'm not mistaken. Were they? No,
March was on the Celtics a while ago.
was there? Yeah. So dang, what
Markeith
team?
was with
Or were they on one of
Dallas
those
last year, I think.
Dallas? Were one of them
I think Markeith was on
on
Dallas.
that Nuggets team that won? I
Mm-mm.
felt like one of them were on a final team for some reason.
No, that was Jeff Green, DeAndre Jordan.
Yeah.
That was the
Okay.
best for that team.
Yeah. They wasn't
Markeith was on the
on.
Lakers in 2020, I want to say,
Maybe that's what I'm probably thinking of.
but
But
I don't think any of
I
those
mean,
other
those are
teams have it
guys
on.
that provide expert analysis, and they're expert because they play the sport.
Ah, I don't want to go that far because it's a lot of dudes that play in the NBA that don't know what the hell they talking.
Oh
I'm just
yeah,
be
for
honest.
sure. But I'm letting you know
Like Joe
why they're
Zarina,
labeled as expert analysis. I refrained from doing that the first time I said that because I didn't want to come off as such. But we here now. Expert analysis.
yes, because some people just be yapping, and just because you play in the NBA or just because you play at a high level doesn't mean whatever you say is gospel. That's just not how
It's
that
not.
works.
Yeah.
If it's true, it is true. Like I can sit down and listen to LeBron and Luca talk, LeBron and Steve Nash, LeBron and JJ Redick. I can listen to them talk for days and days. I can listen to D Wade talk. I can listen to Melo talk because they really going in depth. They really trying to give people their flowers. They're not
Yeah.
trying to break people
No,
down and
for
tell
sure.
people why this player is like that or this ain't like that. Like, not to get too off topic, but like when I say like media plays a part, the next chapter just had a huge weekend,
Oh my
right?
gosh.
Just had a
Man. Yes.
huge event, and I
That
I I
felt more
fought,
like
I
the
watched
damn
every
finals
next
than
chapter
anything.
game, brother. When I tell
That
you
felt more like the
that was on
finals
a
than
Friday night,
anything. On a Friday
that was
night,
on a Friday night.
6:30.
I was looking forward to that more than anything else on the TV because I really follow the next chapter. Like I watch
Yeah.
every game when it's posted.
Honestly,
I
you've been
watch
following Frigga for a
people's
minute since
reactions to it.
he came to Charleston. Even before he came to Charleston, like just the street ball
So I'm
videos.
that's what I'm
Like,
saying.
yeah, yeah, you a real day one
That's what I'm
fan. But
saying.
like,
So like
even those that
when you
are coming
see
around
that,
to it, that was the biggest thing to
right,
talk about that week was Bees versus
right.
Lance, not the finals,
But then,
not W Commissioner's
but
Cup,
even then,
Beasley versus Lance, but because of the
but
clips.
even then, you get that. Even that, but I don't even want to mean it like that because I think they do a great job of doing their own like pushing of their
Oh, for sure, most definitely.
of
Like
their entity.
they
I
have a
was more so
great
saying like
blueprint.
this is what I mean by outside media or like when they started to get national media coverage, like leading up and after the game. We have people like Jeff Teague and Marquis Teague, like, oh, they do like there wasn't no skill in that game. They was out there, they was trash, and I don't know how they let them do who why y'all ain't
Line
getting out
them
there?
up. I'm about to say bring them boy next
Who
because
asked
it's a
anything
lot
from
of
Marquis
listen.
Teague? Who asked for anything from Marquis Teague?
Listen,
I ain't asked for nothing from him since 2012. And you see the jacket I got on. I ain't asked for nothing from bruh since 2012, and he ain't do shit there either. Let's keep it a buck. We want to make fun of they can't check bees. and they would have got cooked by Lance. So what are we talking about?
Hey, they listen.
Even the dudes on their panel was like, nah, like the early games, those were fine. Like, yeah, they was low key kind of wilding, but them early games was crazy,
Yeah,
which was a fact.
that's a
Which was a
fact. Yes,
fact.
yes. Next chapter
But
got
then
some real
Jeff T turned
hoopers.
around and said, I don't really watch. I don't really know nothing about next chapter. So why are we talking about it?
Listen, they
But you
about
know
to
why he
they
was talking
all
about it?
listen. They all
To
about
get
to
the
play against.
numbers.
Listen, they all about to play against each other in Big Three soon. Big Three season about to start.
And who's
Lance
watching that?
and
I'm not
Beasley.
watching that.
You not watching Big Three this year?
If I watch it, I'm watching for Nazir Corn. Where he play at?
Where does he
On
play?
YouTube. I'm not watching the Big Three for Jeff T. Stop that. Stop that. I'm watching. No.
I mean, I'm
Who
not. I'm
asked for
not.
that?
I'm not a Big Three fan.
Did you watch the Hawks for Jeff T?
Did I watch the Hawks at all? This is the actual question here.
Okay, that's bad. That's bad. Don't say that. Did you watch the Pacers for Jeff T? Did you
No,
watch
for
the
Paul
Timberwolves for Jeff
George.
T?
No.
Like, we let this
Like
dude
Jeff
tell
Teague is a
funny
good.
jokes
He's a good.
and be a good storyteller
I
and
feel
then
like he
making it
was
seem like
a
this guy's
above
analysis really
average. Listen,
matters.
I
It
feel like he
don't.
was an above average guard for his time. Like he was like good enough to be a starting point guard, but not good
One
enough to
time
be a
All
like.
Star.
Let me get there, man. Damn. He was good enough to be a starting point guard in his career, but not good enough to be a routine All Star. Yeah, he has that one All Star appearance from the time him and his other three teammates led the
Fluky.
league in led the league in standing and were the number one overall seed to eventually get swept by LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers that same postseason.
Come on now.
People are calling that team the worst one seed
But then
ever.
turn around and say the Pacers. Yeah, all right, bro. Yeah, all right, man.
Listen,
All I'm
bro,
saying
everybody
is
got an
when it
opinion.
comes to basketball,
Everybody got an opinion. Me and you
when it
got an
comes to
opinion.
basketball, we gotta push it the right way. Like,
Oh yeah,
everything
100%.
don't gotta be like all positive and
I've
we
claimed
love
on
this, we
this.
love that.
Listen, I have came on this platform and have said, shoot, in a passionate rant. I remember about talking about the game the right way, talking about things the right way. And it's just like it's just a lot of negativity in terms of talking about just regular routine stuff because of the climate that we live in. Like beforehand, people had Twitter, but Twitter wasn't as prominent as it was now. To where, oh my gosh, Twitter wasn't as prominent as it was now. To where can't even focus. Wasn't as prominent as it was now. To where people with thousands of followers, people buying verification, or people hiding behind a player profile pic can have a voice. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not that big. It's like the people that the figureheads in the space really used to be the analysts, used to be the guys that were on TV. And the guys that were on TV would talk the most and people would like they would lead the conversations. Now you got D Rose is the GOAT 23 or whatever. I just said something random. Got whatever to say so because he got 10K followers on X or on Twitter. Or
Or
you
a blue
got
check that he paid for.
a blue check he paying what, $8 for it?
I don't know what the price
You
is. I
think I'm
never
paying a
looked.
cookout trade for a blue check? I barely want to pay the cookout trade price. You think I want to put my cookout trade money towards the blue check?
That's crazy.
I don't care if I switched up on
Hold
45.
on. Cookout trade $8 now?
Yeah.
Nah, that's OD,
Yeah.
gang.
I get the junior
Ain't it?
trade.
I swear it used to be $4.99.
It used to be five. When I was working there, it was $5, and when I left there, it was $5.25, and it has raised to like I want to say it's like $7 before tax, or maybe like $6.50 before tax. Add the tax up, you get a shake. You looking for maybe $8 to $9 for a regular cookout trade. You used to pay $5 to $6 for in 2017.
That's
It's
crazy,
crazy.
bro.
It's crazy
That
what
is
happens in 8
crazy.
years. It's crazy what happens in
That
eight
really is
years.
crazy.
You
The
used to go
last
to
time I had cookout
cookout,
was probably like
boy,
3 years ago.
and the food was better than two.
Facts.
Come on now,
Hey,
you
come
see it
on.
and agree. The food was better back then too.
Come on now. That's a fact.
But no, we really gotta do control. I think in this day and age, and especially with I'm looking forward to seeing certain like the NBA on NBC team and the NBA on Amazon Prime team because just seeing
D-Wade,
what those
Melo,
guys
Dirk.
have brought to the conversations already and knowing what type of
Late.
conversations that they can bring and knowing what type of personality those guys have had. I'm really looking forward to seeing how well it works together on a national stage like that, giving the game the due commentary
Diligence.
that it needs, because I mean we are living in a great era of the game on both sides, men and women's, and college, pros, high school. Like, it's too much good basketball going around for the game to
Bro,
be
people can
talked
hoop
about the way it
everywhere,
is.
bro.
Everywhere, bro.
Everywhere. At your
Everywhere.
local
You
Y.
see all the pros that
Not
pulled up to the
everybody, but
next
some people
chapter.
can.
You see all the pros. It was like, listen, because I remember like Kyrie first brought it up like earlier in the season, whatever, that he like tapped saying like, yeah, you guys are being brought up in
Mm-hmm.
locker rooms or whatever, right? This, that, and then the
Mm-hmm.
third. It's like, yeah, we talk about y'all. Like, basketball is just a thing. Like, it's one of those things where like you're
1v1
passionate
basketball
about
is
it. You're going to
it's
watch
its
and
own
tune into
sport.
anything, bro. Like, even like the local game you might ride by and on the black side might be the greatest basketball game you see that day.
Facts.
Like, I done been in some of them. Like, Rika's been in some of them. It's battles, all right? Nothing beats a good basketball game sometimes. We're just hoops enthusiasts. But I mean, I say all that to say, to bring it back to the original point, man. I think it's in this day and age where a lot of people are content creators and we have the platforms that we have and people can speak out on things on their own. I feel like we should be doing more as fans to restore the feeling. I mean, yes, we can rely on, yes, ESPN has a set budget to where they can promote and do certain things to bring us the finals, like presentation wise. But let's not take, or let's not have a lot of the takes in the talk be about things that aren't about the game itself.
Yeah.
I really just want
Yeah.
the trophy back on the court. That little CGI emoji was not it. I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. And no more. I don't care what type of deal y'all got with YouTube TV. Have that be on distinction on the side. It do not need to take up the whole court or just be plastered in my face everywhere. Pause. That you guys are sponsored by sponsored by YouTube TV. Like, what are we doing? Anyways, man, back to the subject at hand though. NBA Finals games 1 and 2
Well, I thought I
are
saw Leticia Romero
oh
there on Chris Copeland's like ad break video. It was like showing him as an assistant coach, and it
yeah.
was the Wings from I don't know how long ago. And it looked like, or it was the Sparks actually, and it looked like it was Leticia Romero on the bench. And I'm like, she didn't play for the Sparks, but it looked like her, so I kept going back. And I finally paused. I was like, that ain't her.
Oh
But she played for the Wings, but
yeah.
she ain't never played for the Sparks.
But yeah, no. But no, back to original point though. Series tied 1-1. Got our boy Tyrese Halliburton with the Halley game one. It's on a legendary run of clutch games or clutch moments. Some are calling him the moment. Some are calling him
Don't, 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 do not
I'm
say it.
not calling him, and I don't really rock with it. It's just what NBA
No,
Twitter's
I'm not even
been running
saying.
with.
I'm just saying it in general. That's just we just nope. Nope.
It's not a good. I don't. It's funny, but it's not good. I don't think. I don't think it's something that can
Yeah,
stick. You know, because
it's
like, where did
nuts.
it come from? You know, it's just like, all right, cool. We just these guys are, the T word because they are beating all of our favorite teams and stuff, causing us harm. I
Nope.
don't know. NBA Twitter is a weird place, but enough about that.
Say that again.
Um, Couple things that we said in our preview are kind of coming to fruition. Um, we mentioned Chet has to have a quality performance, great performance, night in and night out for the Thunder to have. Um, well, we're really saying that Chet's performance is really like, what am I trying to say here? Not the glue, but it's like
He's the piece that
their
really
success
solidifies whether or not they
is
win or lose.
reliant upon his performance. Like, the Thunder can go, but so far as Chet Holmgren's willing to take them. Not saying, I mean, they got other pieces on that team for sure, but for him to be
Yeah,
a key piece in that team, he has to perform night in and night out. And we saw in game one, he didn't perform. I want to say he had what, six
two for
point four
nine.
rebounds or something like that. Something,
Yeah,
yeah, just wasn't up to par at all, or not the output that we wanted to see from Chet Holmgren in game one. Um, and that wasn't the only reason why they lost that game, because I mean they led the ball game for 99.9% of the game. Tyrese Halliburton comes down and hit a shot, and they're down for point 0.3 of a second. So there's that, but definitely would have improved game two. That's definitely the momentum they needed, especially going back to Indianapolis or going to Indianapolis. Um, Good for them to get that game, that second game. I would say then it's more important for them to get that second game than it was that first game. Now the pressure isn't on them as much heading into Indiana. More so the pressure is on Indiana because of the fact that they got to protect home court now. They got a dub on the road. They got to protect home court, and I mean it's not going to be easy with this Oklahoma City Thunder team though.
yeah, I agree. Game one was both of these games have been interesting just because we talked so much about the stars and the starters, and then game one was won largely due. I won't say largely, but a big factor in that game was Obi Toppin making 5 threes. Andrew Nembhard hitting a step back three over
Andrew
Shea late in the
Nimhart, oh
game.
my gosh, that man got
That
to
move was
work.
beautiful.
That how many times do you think he did that in national team practice? Because I feel like that was not his first. That was not his first. He probably him and Shea probably going back and forth from them Canada team practices, bro. Like he felt that's like if me and you were in like a high stakes game, and it's like, all right, I'm gonna try and get busy real quick, or vice versa. Like, oh, I'm gonna try and get busy this boy, right? So like it's two guys that play against each other on the regular. Like, yeah, they brought that was on the drive. They
Yeah.
took that like Andrew Nimhart was on the driveway there.
Nembhard added something extra though. Because it was definitely like it was one of the moves where you're like, okay, okay, whoa. And Shea was probably like, all right, bro, you ain't never done that shit before.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He took it to the driveway. He was like, you know what, I'm gonna get another hit. Like that's like when me and
that's
my boy was on a team
that's
together,
2K.
and it's like we ran ones every day after school, like or just ran 21 in the neighborhood every day after school, and then everybody knew we like lived in the same neighborhood. Like we used to ride the games together, whatever, leave practice together all the time. So it's like we had got paired up for one on one in practice. Everybody was like, yeah, cooked up. I'm not gonna say who won, but hey, if you could put two and two together and get four real quick, yeah, had that same reaction too. Bro, you ain't be doing this. I let him know that day though. I had to get my bag. I had to get my bag. I had to get in the bag.
Kind of something. But yeah, like that was game one came down to them. Obviously, Tyrese Halliburton hit the game winning shot. But they're not even in that position without those plays from those guys.
Oh
And
yeah,
then in game two, Aaron Wiggins hit 6 threes himself, and Alex Caruso had 20 points. So it's like, um, obviously Shea had 38 and then 34. So
yeah,
he's shown up. It's not like it's only been the role players. Or like, but obviously those guys making those shots, like Aaron Wiggins had 6 threes, plays a huge part. Alex Caruso
yes.
shooting the shots that he was shooting plays a huge part because Alex Caruso was shooting some shots that's like once that go in, you're like, all right, it's day night, bro. Like I don't know what to tell you.
It was
Like Alex Caruso can
like them
shoot.
Thomas Bryant
Alex Caruso
threes.
can shoot. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Well, no, I wouldn't go that far. Caruso can shoot, but it's
I'm gonna
like
say yeah,
it was some
but
shots
it
that he
just
was
certain
shooting.
shots. It's
It
like
wasn't like they was just like regular spot up shots. Like
no, it's like
yeah,
we ain't see you
so
get like this since LA, my boy.
you since Mississippi State. Wait, was it Texas A&M? Which one was
Texas
it?
A&M. He went to Texas A&M.
Texas A&M. Texas.
Same
Always get
colors. Same
Mississippi State,
colors.
Texas A&M. Yep, always get mixed up because Chris Middleton is Texas A&M.
No, I thought he was Arkansas.
He's Chris Middleton?
Hold on. Oh no. Yeah, I thought he was Arkansas, gang. I
No,
know
he's
it's
Texas
him and
A&M
Joe
gang.
Johnson, I think. Hold on.
No, Joe Johnson is Arkansas.
Yeah. Wait, no, I think Chris Middleton is Texas A&M. I'm pretty sure Chris Middleton. Yeah, I think he went to Texas
Jarvis Bernardo,
A&M.
Mississippi State. Quindary Witherspoon, Mississippi State. Or is he Texas A&M? No, he.
Yeah. What you
See,
call it? Chris Middleton is Texas A&M. What in the world? You want to take a wild guess at what one of his nicknames is?
he mid.
No,
Is something got to do with South Carolina?
no.
Uh, I'm scared.
WD-40.
That's insane. Why is that even?
I don't even know. It's some weird ones.
Caruso
Oh,
and
they
them
don't
running a
got the
crazy
they,
comeback
they don't got
defense
the
right now.
NBA Twitter
Oh yeah,
nickname for Tyrese Halliburton. I had to check.
not that VOD.
They got Hallie,
But
they
yeah,
got the
again,
moment, and they got him Burton.
oh hell no. Um, yeah, I think Game 3 is got to be the game where Halliburton like really has one of those games. Like I feel like
30 point
Siakam and
triple double.
Halliburton in these two games. Now that's OD.
It's gonna have to
Like
take
if
30 point.
it's
He want to be the moment.
thirty
He
point
want to be the
triple
moment.
double against an OKC defense,
He wanted to be the moment.
a
That'll
30 point.
solidify him
Who
as
the
the
hell you
moment.
think Halliburton is?
All right. He did it before. Did it against the Knicks.
A 30 point triple double against the Thunder? Oh, okay. Because Thunder
It's
been shutting
within
him
the.
down all
It's
season.
yeah.
So
You ain't get shut down for so many
what he said?
times.
That's true. I've seen dudes struggle for an entire series. I've seen
I mean,
dudes struggle.
hey, we
Hey,
we've
go
seen
watch
a
that
lot of
Kobe
that
Bryant
stuff.
Pistons series.
Relax,
How long he struggled in that series?
relax,
How long did he struggle in that series?
relax. Like I said,
I'm
we've
just
seen
saying.
some people struggle in some series in the playoffs, in the finals. We've seen it happen. Some greats.
30 point triple double game. You think he
Why not?
Jokic or
Why not?
Giannis?
Why not?
Why? What is he showing you that to tell you that he could do that against the Thunder? What is the Thunder defense showing you that?
All
Like,
right,
oh yeah,
against the
there's some
Thunder.
holes there.
Listen, against the Thunder, I don't think I'm not. All right. Against the Thunder, maybe not. But I'm just saying, I just do a stat line out there that would be highly impressive and would stamp him as far as the series goes,
I
or
mean,
what type of game it would have to
20
take
and
for
11,
him.
20 and 12,
I'm about to say
22 and
if he can
9,
get a
something like
double
that.
double of like a 25 and 10, that's
Perfect.
tough. Or if he can get even if he can get a 20 point triple double.
It's him and Siakam
He'll have to
have
grab
to
some
show up.
rebounds for sure. The assist I'm never worried about, but the rebounds he gonna have to grab for sure.
Him and Siakam are the key to this game 3. I think this is
Yeah,
probably the most important game in this series. I think if
I would think
Indiana
so
wins
too.
game 3, they have an opportunity. They have a real opportunity to win the series. If they lose game 3, I think the series is over. Because even if you win game 4, I think OKC feels really good about going home, winning game 5, and then going back to Indiana. So I feel like Indiana has to win game 3. They have to find a way to slow down Shea. Like you've been able to slow down J-Dub to a certain extent. You've been able to slow down Chet to a certain extent. You got to do something about Shea, or you can't allow the role players to also go out and get 18 to 20 points. Like you got to choose one. If you let Shea get off, get his buckets, then it's got to be just Shea. You got to play one-on-one defense and stay at home on everybody else. If you're gonna try to slow down Shea and make everybody else beat you, then you gotta do that. You can't play both ways. You can't do both things. Um,
Mm.
and I think Halliburton has to be. When I say aggressive, I don't mean like he got to come out and shoot 10 shots in the first quarter. Like he just
Yeah.
he's gotta have reason for what he's doing. He can't come down and get off the ball and let Nimhard run the offense. Let Nimhard try to go one on one. Like, yes, it's worked a few times. It worked a few times in game one. That's not a recipe that you're gonna win the series with. I can guarantee you, Andrew Nimhart on Shea, top of the key, the Thunder feel really good about that. Like, I know Shea is like technically the worst defender in the starting lineup because of how good their starting lineup is. Shea ain't no bad defender.
He's not.
And they be trying to hunt him sometimes, and I'm like, that's gonna take you out your game. Like you just need to play defense or play offense. Play your offense because trying to hunt Shea, it's not the way to go. It's not the same as them hunting Tyrese Halliburton, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So, um, who do you think has the edge in game three?
I think I think Thunder have the edge in game three. Thunder have done good on the road in these playoffs. They won what all their other series by 5 or in 5. Oh no, they went to 7 with the
Yeah, they went to
Nuggets.
7 with Denver.
Yeah, but I got a feeling that hmm I do agree that it's gonna have to be up to Tyrese and Siakam. They're gonna have to have 20 plus, or it's gonna have to be like I think Siakam has a good game. I don't think he'll struggle like he did in game two, or I don't know because they've been kind of been keying in on them a little more. Like I feel like you can key in more on Indiana than you can Oklahoma City because just the skill level is different there, and because of the defense is different there too. But Indiana knows this is a big game. Um, Stats say the team that wins game three goes on to win the series 73.3% of the time. So definitely pivotal game, especially with the series tied at 1-1. This will be a momentum shifting game for sure, and a game that will set the tone for the rest of these finals. Um, I do think we do see a good game from Tyrese Halliburton though, like a great game. Because even in that game one, it wasn't like the greatest of games. Like I want to say he has 16 points, 8 rebounds, if I'm not mistaken. Um, I want to see, like I said, I just want to see like a not a classic moment, but just like a just want to see a solidifying, um, series defining kind of moment here in these playoffs. Man, Siri, nobody talk to you. Um, but
It's the finals. They
yeah,
gotta they gotta pedal to the metal,
yeah.
leave everything out there on the floor.
I think
I'd
with
rather you go
Indiana being on home
too
soil,
hard than not hard enough.
also I feel like Indiana being on home soil and get some home cooked meals, they're gonna be right. They'll come out win game three.
Home cooked meal is crazy.
Come on now, sometimes you
Because
gotta get that home cooking
who
to,
cooking?
to, to feel right.
I don't mean no disrespect, but who's cooking Tyrese Halliburton's home cooked meals? Right.
Either his mama or his shorty.
They both white.
I was about to say something crazy. Who knows, man? Hey, I am fighting the urges to say it. I just might as well say it. But that green bean casserole might be the secret ingredient for Tyrese.
Nah, that's crazy.
Man, you set me up for that one.
That's
You threw
crazy.
the alley. You threw the alley.
ML said relax. It's not funny. So he not feeling that. Relax. Relax.
Oh
Relax.
man, I'm sorry, man. Tariq threw that one off the glass for me, man. I stayed in the air a little too long. You know, I ain't get the dunk it the way I want to, but I still dunked it. But
Warriors trade Moses Moody for Kelly Olynyk to fill need for stretch big. Ew. They're trading Moses Moody and the return is Kelly Olynyk. John can burn in the kitchen. I need you to word that a little bit better, brother.
honestly, I don't think
Trade
we need a burnt me.
trade TJD for Duop Reith from the Blazers. I mean, I guess Dewop is cool, but does he help the Warriors right now? I'm not mad at that, but
Buddy, two
Buddy and two
first
first
round
round
picks
picks
for
for
Kobe
Kobe White.
White. Two first?
They're gonna trade. I mean, Kobe White is like
Kobe's
that, but I don't
tough,
think they
but
trade
two
two first for
first
Kobe White.
tough?
Yeah, that's what
I ain't gonna lie, we saw Mikal Bridges get traded
sign
for
Brooke
five
Lopez
first.
and
So
Melton. All right,
we saw Mikal Bridges get traded for
sign Brooke
five first.
Lopez and Melton, and you didn't they just have D'Anthony Melton
They definitely did, and
and they trade him?
we got him.
They just had Melton and they trade him. Resign Looney and GPT to vet men's. Oh, you just the GM, huh?
I'm about
He
to say,
just
like,
got all
what
that
is this? This is like insider info. Or is this like just
for real. You telling something that we need to know?
like
We
what's
got breaking
going on?
news.
And I mean,
Come
the
on now.
draft is in a couple weeks.
Now Brooke Lopez, that's not a bad sign at all. If they were to do that, I wouldn't be mad at that at all. To be
Brooke
honest with
Lopez would be a great vet, stretch big. I need Brooke to come home though. Anyways, Pacers Thunder game 3. I think, like I said, I would love to see a great performance from the Pacers, especially from Tyrese Halliburton. And I don't want to say do or die, but I mean it kind of feels that way. But the magnitude of the series, because I mean you got the finals on, you got Larry O'B online, not the emoji, but the actual real deal. So I'm thinking with that, I hope the Pacers show up ready to play. I don't think the Thunder bow out easy though. I think this is be the second closest game of the series. Um, we saw game 2 they lost by what 10 plus. I want to say it was no. Saw a stat today. No team that has lost by 15 points or more 4 times in the playoffs has won the finals. Pacers already lost by 15 in each of their series.
you. See what you tell me is it's rap.
That's what it's looking like.
It's over.
But I want a good series out of this.
Take the L out of Lover.
It's over.
Like you
Uh,
just, I said, you said oh, it's over. I said like. You should say Rover. Come on,
I'm sorry, I'm
come
not hip.
on,
I'm not hip, I guess.
come on. Over like Rover. Come on.
Anyways, man. But no. Yeah, that's what I'm going. I'm going Indiana for game 3. They go up 2-1 in the series.
I got OKC in game 3. I just think that defense is too much. And the team or them being on the road hasn't really affected them to this point. And I
Mm-mm.
don't want to say Indiana not like a huge advantage, but
They're not
it's
like the
not like Indiana
biggest
is just one of those like oh you
home
hear like I
environment.
mean they play in OKC like they play
That's a
OKC for
big
all their
home
home games.
environment. If we want to talk home
That's
environments,
different.
like
Like
yeah,
that's a whole different breed right there. So
yeah,
I don't think the road has really affected them, and I don't think it will necessarily. I think the first couple of minutes of this game is really important.
yes. How this game
If the
starts,
Pacers get
yes,
out quick and early, first 4 or 5 minutes, it
yeah,
could get ugly because when you beat OKC, like outside of the when you beat OKC, you I don't know because they did get blown out once by Minnesota, but for the most part, you want it to be a close game. But I feel like in a game like this, you would rather it not be a close game because
yeah.
you don't want to keep giving them the opportunity to win close games, to win a clutch in clutch moments. Like that just is gonna give them so much
That boy Hallie is on
confidence. I feel
only
like
missed one clutch shot this season.
that's a fact. That's a fact. I can't take nothing away from him. But I know, I just know what the Thunder have done all season. It I don't know, man. I got them winning game 3, and then if they win game 3, I don't think the Pacers have. I don't see them winning game 4 either. I think it
I'll
might
say
be
for
over
the
in 5.
Pacers' sake, they need this game more than the Thunder need this game because,
100%.
like I said, they gotta take advantage of the of home court for one, two. If they want any fighting chance, they gotta get their wins when they can. Like they can't. come back down a game or two in the series. You got to come back, or you got to either have the lead in the series or be tied in the series for you to have a chance in the series. I feel if they're down 2-1, that's too much. They got to make up for. Whereas if the Thunder are down 2-1, it's not the greatest position that they want to be in, but it's still kind of favorable because they can get it to where they can regain home court advantage again. But definitely looking to see how Tyrese performs in these next couple of games. Siakam, I think the play of Nemhard and Nesmith is going to be very important. Miles Turner and Thomas Bryant as well. Well, not Thomas Bryant, Obi Toppin as well. Um, definitely going to be important for them. See how they perform these next couple of games in Indiana. Shoot, the next 3 games actually. 'Cause I think we'll be game on Wednesday, game Friday, game Sunday, or is it game Monday?
It's Sunday. Sometimes two days between games, or 2 day breaks between games. I should say, not 2 days between games.
Oh no. Game five would be Monday.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, so game three Wednesday, game four Friday, game five Monday.
You're white. They said
So
Jordan.
yeah,
Okay,
I'm thinking next 3 games. I'm thinking Thunder will be up 3 games to 2.
I think it might be over before that, or by Monday. By the time we record, it might be over.
Okay, so Reek saying it'll be over. I'm saying it'll be 3-2.
Because honestly, OKC hasn't really played one of their good games yet. Like they played really good in game one. They gave it up. But I don't think they played like a complete game where like J Dub hoops, Shea hoop, Chet hoops. The bench is shooting the ball really well. Like they haven't put a game all together, and they really should be up 2-0 for real. So I don't think they're gonna play with their food. I think they go ahead and get the next three. It's just a wrap.
I can
Nice
definitely
little
see it
gentleman
happen.
sweep. Nice little gentleman sweep. Get in, get out. I don't need to play with your food. What Doc Rivers say? Nah, I'm gonna say.
What did that River say?
He said, "Don't play with your meat."
I should have known better than I asked you that question. That's wild, sir. That's egregious.
He said it at a press conference. He said, yeah, you can't play with your meat. Don't play with your meat.
You proceeded to say it again. That's a double pause, I guess. I don't know.
He said it.
I know, but
It's
you
a
still got
pause on him, not on me.
still gotta pause. Still gotta time out. Anyways, man, WNBA Commissioner's Cup.
It's a wild segue. It's a
Checking.
wild segue.
We got
Hold
the
on, hold on,
Liberty
hold on,
up
hold on.
again by a wide
Hold on, hold
margin.
on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. I
What?
wanna, I wanna, I wanna answer some of Muhammad's questions. All right, so the last thing I had said out loud. He said starting five: Steph, Melton, Jimmy, Dre, Lopez, bench, Pods, Kobe slash GB2, JK, which is Kaminga, Olenek slash Reese, post slash Looney. This roster will dominate on both ends. Starting five gives you elite defense with Melton, Jimmy, Dre, and Lopez, and still elite spacing and shot creation with Steph running the show. Then the bench brings energy, pace, and versatility. Pods and Kobe give you ball handling and shooting. JK becomes a mismatch nightmare with shooters like Post and Olenek around him. Starting Melton, Jimmy, Dre, and Lopez around Steph gives you one of the league's best defensive starting units. Lopez anchors the paint. Dre and Jimmy handles the wings. Melton guards the point. JK with space to attack equals breakout year potential. I don't know about that one. It's didn't he get drafted in 2020? I don't know. I don't know how much longer we can look for a breakout year.
Breakout year window
Targets
is
I'm
what,
looking at
3 years,
guards.
4 years at most. Breakout year.
I mean Norman Powell just broke out, but Yeah,
He
typically
been
it's
in the
like
league
three,
for like
4
10
years.
years.
That's what I'm saying. He just broke out and he was kind of an outlier. Was kind of what I was hinting at. Now, obviously, I think Johnny Kaminga is probably like 23, 24, so he can still break out, to
I'm
be
about to
honest.
say he came in the league pretty
Um,
young. He was on that first G League Ignite team, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah,
Targets I'm looking at guards, Melton, minimum, Sexton, gettable, Kobe White, Derek White, Dream, wings, Keldon, Nikhil Alexander Walker, Dream is Hurd, Biggs, Reith, Huff, Olenek, Lopez, pipe dream is Jaron Jackson Jr. Yeah, that's a pipe dream, buddy.
for sure.
Um, but all these moves I purposed
Proposed.
Kobe and Olenek via trade proposed. My fault.
You good?
No, actually he just spelled it. Lopez Milton via MLEs GP2 / Looney on vet men's are feasible that keeps them under the second apron. That's crazy. Get all the people in you under the second apron. Provide pieces that better fit around the core of Steph, Jimmy, Draymond, and Kaminga. Kaminga part of the core.
I guess so. After that, I mean, I would think so. I don't know. I wouldn't
He
say
coming
he's
off
a
the
key
bench
piece,
though.
but he's listen. I feel like he's tradable. I feel like Steph, Jimmy, Draymond is the core there, and Pollard can play his way into the core if he improves. But that's asking for a lot, I would say. Or he would just have
What
to
do
come
y'all
like a
think
completely
that
different player.
he said? What do y'all think the Warriors need to do in the offseason? I think they need to decide what direction they want to go. Are they going all in and trying to win a championship and
Yes,
trying to chase more championships with Steph, Draymond, and Jimmy? Or are you
yes,
trying to still play both sides? Like, if you're still trying to, you know, prepare for the future while trying to compete, then you're going to keep your team very similar to what you have right now. If you're trying to win now, you got to let go of guys like Pods and Kaminga and Moses Moody to try to get the most you can from them with their highest their value is going to be. Moses Moody value was probably a little bit higher 2 or 3 years ago, but I think he's still got a little bit of value. Paz has some value for sure with the way that he plays defense, his ability to shoot the ball. And then Kaminga, again, he said he's a breakout candidate. He is still very young. If he goes to a certain team, he could get one of those like Lowry marketing type of season. So I think they just need to decide whether they want to go big or go home. Basically,
yeah.
are
I'm
you
thinking
are
so
you trying to
too.
get Steph another ring?
Cause
Or are
they
you trying
got
to prepare? Are
assets
you
to
trying to prepare?
trade. They got assets to trade or to get certain guys. I feel like they can benefit from a guy.
He
Hmm,
does play like Anthony. He did play Anthony Lamb and Keith
I'm trying to
Santos.
think,
That's
cause like you
nasty.
got to think of the type of system that they run in Golden State. I mean, run they run offense for the shooters. They got guys that can shoot, that can create. Like the year they won it with when they had Jordan Poole on the team, come off the bench or in and out of the starting line or whatever. Like they had enough room. I mean, I think they still had Clayton too, but they had enough room, or they just kind of worked the system kind of differently to where their primary focal points were, their shooters, and they kind of went from an outside in, whereas other teams go from an inside out. Um, I'm interested to see where they go. I think they do need to, as Stephen and Draymond get later into their careers, they do need to start looking towards that future. Because I mean, I feel like Steph can play another like 5, maybe 6 seasons for real, for real. Like,
It'd
but
be what
it's just a thing. Like,
41,
does he want to
40.
be like a spot up shooter like his pops was at like in his career, or does he want to be like Steph Curry that we know him as? Like I think Draymond his one is a little shorter. So it's really like you got to
For
really
sure.
maximize your time with those two and really build the best squad around them, which is going to have to come with a great playmaking guard or a guard that can play alongside Steph, because Steph is still playing at a high level. Um, I feel like you got to get a good young big, someone that can compete and defend against guys like a Jokic, like a AD, like a Bam, like a Jaren Jackson Jr. Like it's gonna take. Hmm, because like it's still some guards. I mean, not guards. It's still some bigs that are in the league. Like if they can somehow get like a Jalen Duren to like kind of compete with those guys, but
How they gonna get Jalen Turner?
I was gonna say I'm trying to think. Like I don't think whatchamacallit. I don't think Detroit is going to give up Jalen Duren really because
Hell no.
he's a big part of their team. But I'm saying he's going to have to take that kind of talent,
They better see if Mark Williams still available. Shit,
right? I mean, shoot, hey, I feel like the Nets will give him clocks for a little something. I don't know.
Clax could work. I mean,
Like
they
I
don't
feel
really
like
want that
clocks might work
spacing.
better in a different system.
That spacing with him, Jimmy, and Draymond's nasty though,
Very,
and Melo
very,
in this in Muhammad's case.
yeah.
That's nasty.
I'm trying to think who's out there, bro. Because like other like great bigs that are in the league or above average bigs that are in the league up and coming like rising stars are staples or cornerstones in their teams. So it's like Orlando's not giving up Franz. Houston's not giving
Hell
up
no.
Alperen. Um, it's like
Well,
it's
Fran's
really
only a
no
three.
dip off. It's really like no in between because it's like either the young bigs are really good and they're kind of untouchable, or they're bad and it's like you're kind of just wishing that they have a breakout or develop. I feel like, bro, like a guy like Marvin Bagley who had a lot of potential coming into the league. It's like a guy you can maybe take a chance on, but not somebody I would really bank on for real. You know, like you get him and like you get him with the thought of okay, maybe he can turn out to be great for this system because of what we've seen from him in the past or whatever. It's like you hoping you strike gold. I feel
Yeah.
like
Um,
I know Nas Reed.
he's
I think he'll be a free agent this summer. That's a name that a lot of people are trying to go after, trying to fill their rosters or trying to
if he leave in Minnesota, that means they pay him bad. I don't know
yeah,
if they got the bread for that. Like you got to pay him a bag to get him out of Minnesota.
yeah. Hey, but you know who do got the money though?
Oh, Brooklyn. Yeah. Don't let him go there
Come
because
back
you can be like
home.
he an all star in
Come
Brooklyn.
back home. Come back home. Come back home, Nas.
Hey man,
I ain't even see the thumbs up just now. What the heck?
yeah, you ain't even peep.
I've seen it back on
Uh,
the replay because I got my on minimums. But yeah,
Muhammad said the thing with JK is he's never been given a real opportunity. Kerr has a track record struggling to develop young talent. He played guys like Anthony Lamb and Guy Santos over him. It's hard to grow when you're constantly on a short leash with lower ceilings. Get priority minutes. I feel like there's a reason for that though. Like there's an inconsistency with Jonathan Kaminga.
yeah,
Like he's a great athlete. He's
yeah.
great at getting to the rim. But outside of that, he hasn't shown any real leaps. He hasn't shown any real leaps defensively. He hasn't shown any leaps playmaking. He hasn't shown any leaps shooting. That's three huge pieces to playing on a Warriors team that wants you to space, pace, find ways to get others open, find ways to create for others, find ways to get Steph open. Like that's the key to playing on to being on the court. And guys like Guy Santos, guys like Quentin Post, like they're gonna make those plays. They're gonna make sure that they're not, trying to do too much. And again, that's not a fault of Jonathan Kaminga's young player who wants to show how good he is, but that's not really the system for that. And again, that's not his fault. Like if you don't feel like you can use him or utilize him, they should have been moved him, in my opinion. He said JK's been a beast when he actually gets 30 plus minutes in those games this year. He dropped 30 plus grab boards and shot efficiently 34 9 and 3 versus Phoenix, terrible defense, and 34 10 and 5 against the Clippers. He just needs real minutes. I don't think he's doing that on a nightly basis though. Like I think we can get almost anybody to get you 30 ball or two throughout the season. Um, they need some youth to get through the regular season, though. Vets can't carry the load for 82 games anymore. If we package the young core for another vet, we risk being gassed or injured by the postseason. These guys are getting older. We need more youth. We need that youth to survive the grind of the regular season. Y'all have had that youth for the last 3 years. It ain't work. Like Steph still ended up getting hurt, so I don't know. Like they had all the opportunity in the world when Steph went down. I think Kobe, JK, and Paz could easily steal a game or two when the vets sit. They've got the energy, shot creation, and pace to hold it down. Jay Huff is another underrated stretch big buried on the Grizzlies bench. I think he has shown flashes and is cheap, but Post with the right mentorship from Lopez can be the starting caliber center we need. Nas Reed would easily make 25 to 30 million a year, and looking at his defense in that OK series, no thank you. Um, I'm gonna be honest. I don't. I feel like this is more like the 2K thinking. Like this is like in a perfect world. Um, but I don't know if they're gonna be able to, if they'll be able to get all of those guys, or if you're getting a Kobe White without giving a Jonathan Connecticut. I'm just being
Yeah,
honest. Like
yeah,
y'all's the two draft picks that you would be giving up wouldn't be if they're two Warriors picks, they wouldn't be valuable to the Bulls because you, they think y'all gonna be good. You obviously think you're gonna be good if you're giving up the two picks. So um in the 2K world, all that sounds fantastic. 2K that'll work perfectly, but I don't know, man. I get the optimistic like optimism. I would be the same way with the Heat if I was trying to put a bunch of players that I want
Oh,
on
I
the
got the
team.
perfect Brooklyn Nets team
But
that won a
you
championship.
still
But
gotta put on you still gotta play on the court. And we seen D'Anthony Melton just there, like literally just last year, and they didn't like what they saw and they traded him.
yeah,
We saw Dennis Schroeder go there, not do well. They traded him. He was great for Detroit. Not everyone fits in that Golden State Warriors system, so we got to take that into account too. But
yeah,
I'm not I'm not trying to shoot down what you're thinking or your optimism for your team or anything like that. I'm just trying to be a give a level headed analysis about how that would all work out if all of that were to happen. Like again,
yeah,
it could work out. It could be great. It could be, some of those players just don't fit. That some players don't make those leaps that we're hoping that they make or that you feel like they're gonna make because progression isn't linear. Like progression could just be, oh, they do this a little bit better now. Progression, we just don't know. We don't
yeah.
know.
Um, there's this is gonna be a busy NBA off season in general with all the moves that are set to happen. Shoot, starting with draft day, bro. Draft day moves. Looking like draft day is gonna be one of those ones in terms of like draft day moves and um seeing where different players go. Giannis is on the trade market. His name is being shopped around. A lot of teams, or not teams, but there's been talks about him going to New York, either to the Knicks or the Nets. Obviously, both teams have the capital in terms of trading for him for his value, but it's just a matter of do the Knicks want to blow their team up after they just got to the conference finals, which isn't outside the realm of possibility because they just fired Coach Tibbs, but same time, it's like what are they trying to accomplish with this team, or how are they trying to structure this team moving forward? Brooklyn's obviously in a rebuild. They don't have nothing to lose in terms of trade pieces. Um, I wouldn't think anybody there is untouchable. Some guys you will probably want to build around, but if you can get a certain value for certain players, I mean, why not? Then you got KD, who has been rumored and has been kind of linked to going to the Knicks as well. Um, Also, there's been talks about him going to the San Antonio Spurs as of recently. But reports came out today that he will be traded in within the next couple of weeks. Um, so yeah, definitely two big names to look out for as the NBA draft polls gets closer. I'm trying to think of who else is out there as far as like who's been in trade talks. Um, oh, relating to New York Knicks though, it was said that the Dallas Mavericks plan to keep Jason Kidd as their coach. So the Knicks coaching vacancy is still up for grabs there. I know the Knicks are trying to pry Jason Kidd away from the Mavericks. There's reports of being mutual interest there, but didn't fall through. At least not of now. But yeah, latest report on that is that the Dallas Mavericks plan to keep Jason Kidd as their head coach moving forward. Trying to think if there's any other trade talks. I don't think there's any other
Um,
major trade talks other than Katie and Giannis.
yeah, not that I can think of.
Yeah, no.
But we can segue now.
Yes. So, WNBA Commissioners Cup, we have seen some teams emerge as serious contenders for both the Commissioners Cup or just in general for the title. And we've seen other teams kind of regress. Um, Kind of just scratch my head at certain teams, Las Vegas Aces, because ain't no way they go out and display that kind of basketball they displayed this weekend. Like, gang, I saw a tweet. It was like Becky Hammond realizing she traded Jewel Loyd for Kelsey Plum. Like the players kind of switched,
Mhm.
but it's like gang, losing by 20 plus to the Golden State Valkyries. All credit to the Valkyries. We can talk about them in a little bit because what I've seen from them has been impressive. You know, for them being a new team and being a team that got constructed in a way or is constructed in a way to not thinking that they wouldn't work, but just in a way that you just didn't know what to expect from that team, you know. And I mean, they go out and compete every night. They got good players. It's a team full of role players, and it's like there's a specific person yet that has emerged as like the face of the team yet, because we have seen different games from different players. Like seen Veronica Burton have a couple great games. We've seen Caleb Thorne have some great games. Timmy Fagbinley has some great games. Kay Martin tore it up against our old team this weekend. Them boys said agent transfer. The damn thumbs up. Them boys said agent transfer her powers to Kate when they did the Finn Noggin handshake. I said, dang. Can't even be mad at it though. Can't even be mad at it. But other teams we've seen struggle. Chicago Sky continue to struggle. Courtney Vandersloot out for the season with an ACL injury. Who else or what else? Wings struggling. They've been without Paige for the past couple of games. But she'll be returning soon. Um, you said tonight she's playing tonight.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Okay. Who else is there? Indiana Fever has been great. We're not great, but it's still been good without Caitlin. They're 2-0 in Commissioner's Cup play. Um, the Seattle Storm have been great this season. I would say they're like I don't know what Tariq got going on over there, but
I need a snack, bro. I haven't eaten today.
that's terrible. But I would say outside of the Liberty and the Lynx, they would be the next up as far as contenders go. Um, the Rankings this week didn't cause as much conundrum and
I didn't
controversy as
think it
the one
would.
last week. I didn't think it would either, but yeah,
This guy's doo-doo this week.
yeah, you just hit with a bunch of
I mean, they
misfortune,
only played
man.
one game, I think.
Just got hit with a bunch of
Misfortune of
misfortune.
what?
Misfortune of Sloot going out due to
Misses.
injury,
Misfortune of misses.
misses. Yes,
A lot of missed shots.
you would think year two Angel would see great what call it, great development. Which I mean we've seen some slight development in her offensive game, but not too much. I mean we were talking about some of her numbers pre-show, and
30% from the field is nasty, gang.
yeah, it's not it.
That's
It's not
terrible.
gonna cut it. It's not gonna cut it.
I'm just being honest.
They need like a
You got to
listen.
keep.
Chicago needs a for sure like killer like scoring option. Like
They had one.
They did.
and they let her go.
They did.
Say what you want. She go out there get a bucket. Just saying. It's people with way less. You know what? I'm not even gonna
No,
say that.
no, talk,
No, no, no,
talk,
no, no, no. I'm not even
talk,
gonna get into that. Not even gonna get into that because it's not
talk,
basketball. Not even gonna
talk.
get into that. But there's just no way to be that Kenny Carter shouldn't be in the league, bro. There's just no way. She was frying teams,
Where she at now?
frying game.
Mexico, Puerto Rico, one or two.
Oh no, China somewhere.
I don't
She
know how
wilding
she
out
went
there. I
from
saw that
being a key piece to their team
out for
last
most of
year,
who.
having a great call it season last year, to being out the league. Like you would have thought Chicago would have brought her back, but Chicago don't know how to run as an organization. We've seen that these past couple years. Only thing they got right, I feel, past couple years, retirement candidates jersey against the Sparks. I mean, picking Angel is a good choice. Picking Camille is a good choice, but they haven't built around that team correctly yet. You got to put a score with that bunch because they're not relied upon as they were. Well, they should. I want to say they were relied upon in college for sure, and were like the engine of their college teams for sure. But at the same time, you had scores around them in college. Like Camilla had, shoot, I don't know why I froze like that, dog. I don't know why I froze like that, gang. But Camilla
Because
had
you
scoring
was
options.
lying. She ain't got no shooters around. She ain't no scores around her. Stop it.
I mean, because a lot of all right, no, her when she was there, it was just her after the freshies left. A lot of the offense went through her.
They they had a great team,
Yes.
but I don't think they had any players that were like, oh, that's a score. Oh, that's a
Yeah.
score.
No.
Like you had Bree Hall, you had Raven Johnson, you had Ashton
Yeah.
Watkins, like
Yeah.
you had Chloe Kitts, you had
You
Tina
had.
Pow. You had a great
Yeah.
team. You had Tasha Johnson. You had a great team around her, but I
Yeah.
wouldn't say those players were scorers, but they fit
No.
what she needed.
Yes. Players that can score the ball.
Angel Reese
Andrew
as
Reese.
shooters and
Yeah.
scores.
Yeah.
Claude J, Michaela
Yeah.
Williams, Haley
Yeah.
Van Lith,
Yeah.
um, what's her girl name? She be wilding on social. Alexis Morris.
Alexis Morris used to get
Straight
busy.
scores.
Used to
Straight
get to
scores.
it.
Straight scores.
Yeah.
Anissa Moro.
Yeah.
Like they had it set. I would say more so on Angels because they had it set to where she only needed to go rebound, score when she needed to, just bring that motor, bring that intensity,
And
bring that
bully. She
leadership.
can bully ball
She
in the
needs to
league.
do
Not in the
way
league.
more in
She
this
can
setting.
play bully ball in college because there's not a lot of players that are her height in college. Same with
Right.
Camilla. Like just the height advantage, size advantage was to their advantage. Um, in the W, you got plenty of players your size now. Every big is as big as you. It's just more
Yeah.
skilled, more dominant,
Or
stronger.
bigger.
Yeah, playing against grown women. You playing against mothers. You're still a kid. You playing against
Mothers is
mothers.
crazy. Mothers is crazy.
I mean, is Stewie not a mother?
But she is.
ABG a mother?
No, she's a poppy. Ain't that what she said? No, I'm being dead serious. She said she was.
I'm not having that talk because Father's Day is coming up.
Nah, that's Hoodie.
Because I know
You
you
wild,
remember
bro.
that Father's Day. And they told BG Happy Father's Day. But no. Um, Fee, mother. Tina Charles, the whole league is her daughters. But she be sonning them or daughtering them. I don't know.
She be selling them. Was she Nicki Minaj?
Yes.
You wild. Talking about some yes.
Hey, they both from
No.
Queens.
Oh my god.
Oh my! Listen though. But I mean, Fee continues on with her MVP. case grows
Run away
daily.
with it.
Who said something the other day? It was something. It was like free throws. That's what it was. Because Fee had like a lot of free throws one game. It was like I'm tired of Fee getting to
Man,
the line so much. Free throws.
man, ain't trying to hear that shit, man. 25. She averages 25 and 40, 50, 40, 90. We talking about, bro.
Talk about it.
We talking
Talk
about.
about it.
What are we talking about?
But
Best player in the
anyways,
league this
man,
year. What are we talking about?
I agree. But looking at the standings, so you got New York and Indiana tied, but New York got the lead over them with point differential. Um, Washington not too bon- well, it's not too well. It's only been 2 to 3 games these teams have played at most. Um, East standings got Liberty and Indiana 2-0, Washington and Connecticut 1-2, Atlanta and Chicago 0-1, and then out west you got Minnesota 3-0, Seattle 2-1, Phoenix 2-2, Valkyries 2-2, Aces 1-1, Sparks 1-2, and the Dallas Wings are 0-3.
And they play Minnesota tomorrow. So go ahead and make that on for
You got Indiana down to the Dream at the moment of recording, and you got the Liberty
it.
up by 20 at half on the Chicago Sky.
Shocker. It's really getting sad for real. Like it's bad. It's ridiculous.
My thoughts and prayers are with Chicago Sky fans.
Ardell? No, I'm just kidding.
Mm,
No, that's tough. It's tough.
yeah,
But I would say, oh, you look forward to next season getting a good draft pick, but they're not. So
you said they're not getting a good draft pick.
no, they traded it, didn't they?
I thought they traded this year's pick.
I don't know. Maybe they do got one this year.
I don't know, but anyways, I mean, if they do the number one overall pick, 85, you are a Chicago Sky.
Hell no. She's going to Dallas.
Oh, she go to Dallas.
Is she? Well, they take it for a reason. All of a sudden, they just doo
I'm about
doo.
to say Paige ain't played with
We
five
know why.
games, something like that, or 3 games, four
Okay.
games.
This guy hold. They have the right to swap with Connecticut.
They have the right to squat with Connecticut in next year's draft.
Yeah, it's a, it's a doo doo off.
So I'm about to say, like,
Who
dang,
could be the
Connecticut
worst?
is yo,
They get the first pick, and then Chicago be like, "Yeah, that's ours."
yeah,
Imagine that. But you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna make sure that that don't happen because you ain't never seen that happen with a number one pick. That'd be crazy. And I think Connecticut might have gave up that to get Mabry.
yeah, because she was in Chicago, right? Before,
Oh nah,
yeah,
that's crazy. Imagine giving up potentially getting Lauren Betts, Az Fudd, Flaw J. Johnson,
Olivia
because
Miles,
y'all wanted to try to go get it. Olivia Miles, because y'all wanted to try to go get a chip. And y'all was like, yeah, Marina
and
Mabrey,
then y'all
missing
blow the
piece.
team up in the off season.
And keep her. When she said she didn't want to be there, y'all kept her there. Now she don't want to leave. She hanging with Sanaya Rivers every day.
They doing outfit swaps. I hate the little face I make when I make like a slight joke or like just a funny reference, like just being funny. I just be sitting there like with a dumb smirk, just be like,
Like the frog emoji. It's like,
bro, no, listen. The face that I make be the face that Nick be making whenever he
oh,
says,
no, that's, he wild.
yeah. Anyways,
But
man.
nah,
Commissioner's Cup though. I feel like Caitlyn is on pace to return soon. Saw she was rocking a
yeah.
leg
They
sleeve.
said she's ramping up.
She done joined the leg sleeve gang.
It's kind of tough, ain't gonna lie. Because she don't really wear
She
no
ain't wear no
accessories
accessories.
outside of the headband.
Yeah, she ain't wear
But
no
that headband
accessories.
so small, you don't really can't really tell. Give it a little bit of aura.
And a headband. You know what I'm saying? Said Hairband.
Oh, you know.
Oh, you talk to the Headband. Come on now.
I told my coworkers you're supposed to be the fitted. I said we might have to change it to the hoodie and the fitted if you
As
don't
I
wear a
wore
headband
fitted today.
all every day. Damn man. What day don't you wear a fitted?
When I got a fresh cut, so I ain't wear fitted last week. I don't think. I don't think I wore fitted for
But
2
yeah.
weeks. I mean, my cut's still kind of fresh.
Um,
My barber does a good job.
it just I mean I know we said this last week, but it just feels like New York and Minnesota are
Yeah,
just leagues above everyone else.
yeah, I feel like
Both
it
of them
is
are
too.
undefeated at this point. The
Mhm.
Liberty are going on their way to going 9-0.
Yep.
Um, Fee is having an MVP season. The
Yep.
Liberty are playing all around great basketball.
Shout out to Natasha Cloud.
The Lynx are too.
Shout out to
Courtney
Sad.
Williams is playing great.
Yeah, shout out to the
Um,
links.
Courtney Williams playing great. And Tisha Heidemann, potential 6 women of the year. Bridget Carlton is starting to turn the corner. Atlanta Smith is trying to stay healthy, but still really good. Caleb McBride shooting like 56, 57% from the three. So they came back with a vengeance for sure. New York retooled, added some things to their team. They're playing really well. They're showing that they have a lot of chemistry as a group, and that's helped them. And then after that, it's really like it's just like a jumble from like 3-7, 3-6 between Atlanta, Phoenix, Seattle, and Vegas. I feel like those are the next four where you're trying to figure out um, are they able to compete with New York and Las Vegas? Um, the one that I would have the most questions about personally is probably the Dream. Um, but they played really well late. I've been really impressed with them. I think Alicia Gray is playing really well. She's look like she's going to be on an All WNBA team, which would be great for her. Um, BG hasn't really played great, which I feel like that's a little bit of a plus for Atlanta. It's like okay, if she gets going, like we'll be even better than we are right now. Um, oh, whoa, Bree Jones wilding.
What happened?
Bree Jones just Bree Jones got the ball at half court, did a Euro step, left hand off the glass,
And she shot from half court.
and she almost fell.
I would imagine so. She got
They
crazy.
threw
She
her
throw out
pass,
half
she
court.
caught it. Yeah, they threw her pass, she caught it past half or right past half court, hit the Euro to the middle, left off the glass. Come on now,
That's
Bree
crazy.
Jones out there.
That's crazy.
She hooping. She got 21-7 right now.
Mm.
Um, so I I put some teams for panic or patience. All right.
All right,
We're
let's
gonna
go.
start with the aces.
Panic.
Panic or patience. Wow.
Panic.
Wow.
Fix it. I mean,
Wow.
it just needs to be more consistency, bro. It what I've seen from them it hasn't been like remember the great Aces teams, and it's crazy I'm talking in past tense because it's no reason why Aces shouldn't still be great under with Adrian Wilson in in her prime, like with Jackie Young in her prime. Like it's no reason why with that 1-2 duo in their prime, this team should be struggling the way that they are against certain teams. Granted, it's early in the season, but at the same time, it's a 44-game season. There's only but so much you can do. There's only so much that can happen. There's only but so much waiting patiently. No, turn this into high gear. All right, what are we doing? Like, me and tell me you losing by 20 to the Valkyrie. All credit to the Valkyrie. Hell of a game. Hell of a win. But you are the Las Vegas Aces. You letting your old assistant coach beat y'all by 20? Granted, granted, what?
No,
What?
bro, bro.
What?
I knew it was bad, bro. Have you seen Joe Lloyd numbers?
I don't even want to look. I saw that. I
Nine
saw the
points
stat
per
line.
game.
I'm about to say I saw the stat line from Saturday. I was like, Jewel.
She's averaging 9 points per game.
And this is somebody that led the league in scoring at a point in time.
And is shooting 29% from the field. I told y'all that shit was bad. Nobody want to listen to me. I'll just be fucking yapping, apparently.
See,
but I told y'all she wasn't more efficient than KP.
No.
But no, she's a 2. She fits perfectly. No, she don't. She gonna be up there not making shots. She's getting 9 shots a game. 6 less shots than before. And she's shooting 29% from the floor. That's OD. That's terrible. I gotta be honest. That's really bad. I didn't think it was that bad. Jackie's averaging 16.
I knew it was bad, but I don't know.
I feel like if they were going to trade KP, what they should have done is trade her for multiple pieces to try to build around the core of Asia, Jackie, Chelsea. If you wanted to go that route, it didn't make sense to trade for a player similar to Kelsey Plum. Because it was basically, I was like, oh, we just think Jewel Lloyd is better than Kelsey Plum. That's really what it came down to. But you already had Jackie Young, who was great on the perimeter and scored 20-plus points a game. You had A'ja Wilson, who was considered the best player in the league. You had Chelsea Gray, who was a great point guard. Just add around that. You could have got you could have got maybe 2 to 3 really good players to put around them instead of trading 1 for 1, basically, in terms of star for star. And now look where you are. Obviously, it's a long season. You got a long way to go. But this is a really bad start. And granted, they're only 4-3, but they've only played 7 games, which means you've had a lot of practice time. And that practice time ain't working. So what y'all doing? What y'all doing with that practice time? Because there's no way they had that much time off before they played the Valkyries. And then they came out and got smacked like that. It's just no way. It's no way. They had just beat the Storm. And then you come back and you get smacked. You can lose to the Valkyries. The Valkyries are not a bad team. Getting beat by 20-plus. I've seen people say this is the first time I've seen A'ja Wilson play. Are we sure that hold on, who was it? I gotta look at the roster. Hold on. They said it's the first time I've seen A'ja Wilson play. Are we sure so and so isn't better than her? And I said, what?
Wait, say it again.
Somebody said it was the first time they seen A'ja Wilson play, and they were like, I'm not sure that she's better than Blake. Like, huh?
Oh, the best player on the floor or something like that?
No, it was like, I don't think. Hold on, I'm trying to find
it was a certain player.
Yes.
I remember there was a tweet whenever they played the Mystics and Kiki Ariafen had a great game, and people were trying to gas that up. Not saying that she shouldn't have been gassed up. I mean, hey, she was Rookie of the Month this past month. Kiki
Is A'ja Wilson really better
Ariafen.
than Erica Wheeler? That was the question.
Oh, because someone's like, I wouldn't have been able to tell based on this game because whatchamacallit, if you look at the stats.
Yes.
I remember that, yeah. That if you like watching WNBA for the first time, you would think that Erica Wheeler was better than A'ja Wilson or something crazy. Yeah. But yeah, nah, bro. Panic. I'm hitting it right now. I'm hitting the panic button.
Yeah. Okay.
Panic button. Sky. No, I'm not hitting the panic button because they ain't nothing to panic about. They're a bad team headed into the season. They're still gonna be a bad team.
No. Do we need to go back to the preview? We said they had a chance of making the playoffs.
We definitely said they had a chance of making the playoffs.
Let's keep it a buck then.
I'm keeping it in the buck.
Let's keep it a buck.
I'm keeping it in the buck. I'll say they're in a rebuild mode, and you would have thought their rebuild would look a little different by now, but it's still what Cassie once said, you got a long way to go. They got a long way to go.
They traded for Ariel Atkins and Courtney Vandersloot, or and
Yeah,
signed Courtney Vandersloot.
yeah,
They traded for Becca Allen.
yeah,
They were not looking to rebuild this year. They were trying to compete.
yeah.
So why are we acting like they not drastically
All right.
underachieving what they thought they was gonna do?
No, they're definitely underachieving. I think they should be better than they actually are for one. But for two, I'm
Two
saying
and
it's
five.
like it's gonna take them a little more time. This is what I'm coming at with the Patriots. It's gonna take them a little more time to become the team that they want to become.
So you think they're gonna be able to do that this year?
No,
Then you're panicking
not really, because I don't have high expectations for them.
anymore
That's what I'm
because
saying.
they've been bad.
That's what I'm saying.
So that means you panic. You changed how you thought about them. That's a panic.
Okay.
We thought they was gonna be potentially a playoff team.
Yeah.
Now we think they might get the first overall pick.
Yeah.
That's a panic. Like if the Fever was 2-5, we'd be saying the same thing. Panic. Y'all wasn't supposed to be.
I would panic more if I was the Fever because I mean I would think if they didn't play as well as they've played the past couple of weeks without Caitlin Clark, I would definitely panic because it's like, yo, what is this team on outside of Caitlin? That's more to panic about than seeing how Indiana is constructed versus seeing how Chicago is constructed and seeing how Indiana has played versus how Chicago's played this season. So that's why I'm like, all right, we see what this team is, not what this team could be. Let's take this team for what they are and not think about what they can be anymore. Like I want to say I'm throwing in the towel, but it's like I'm about ready to. Until I see drastic movements or until I see drastic development from certain players, this team is right where they need to be. They're playing like they are who we think they are. As of now, they have shown us who they are, and when somebody shows you who they are the first time, believe them. I mean to get drastic, dramatic TikTok, Twitter quote there, but damn it, when someone shows you who they are the first time, believe them. Chicago Sky, they're not a playoff team. Believe them. They'll be in the
Don't
lottery.
believe me.
They'll get a high draft pick next year, and then next year we can do it all over again and think about where they'll be next year. You know, but as of now, I don't even know where to start with this team. Start by getting
I bet they would
scored.
stay at Sonya Strong.
If they had something to show that would have scored, you need it.
So
Now,
they put the ball in the bucket.
best case scenario for them now is that you hope Haley Van Lith has a great rookie season where she's able to develop because she has scoring capabilities. A little undersized at her position, but she has scoring capabilities. It's just a matter if it can translate to the W or not. Now she's getting, I don't say thrown in the fire here, but
She ain't throwing in that mug.
it's like I look at it as probably a blessing in disguise, that she gets this opportunity. Because not a lot of rookies get an opportunity to play a lot in their first season, let alone a second round pick. Or was she first round? She was late first round.
She was 11th pick, I want to say.
So that's late first round.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So granted, given her circumstance situation, I'm pulling for her. I want her to succeed. I want her to have that time to get the reps, get the experience, you know what I'm saying? But I think the team will benefit from having another young player that can score at a high level. Like if they had like a
Flauja.
yeah. Hey, they can run it back.
Hey, just rebuilding
They can
LSU.
run it back. Make a trade for Anissa, so you got it.
Nah, that's Hoodie. That's Hoodie. Yeah, USSC fans, they should say Camilla for Anissa. Let Camilla have her own squad. Connecticut will be up. That's just what I heard.
What's the next team? Panic or what you call it? Panic or Patience? What's the next team?
The Sparks.
Sparks. Um, I'll say patience, only because the team ain't all the way there yet, all the way together yet. Rikia missed some time for personal reasons, dealing with concussion. Why? Why? I was trying to be serious here, but Rikia missed some time. For due to a concussion and dealing with that. Cam Brink's still out. She's ramping up. She addressed the fan comment today, which she said, I don't normally do this, which we know Cam to not really be the person to be talking in the media or talking on social media about lots of things. I mean, she has her own podcast, but even then, she doesn't really talk about crazy or is very vocal on certain topics or whatever, right? Like she's not like a Katie type person responding to people, but she responded to somebody today and was like, "I am working extra hard every day to get back on court as fast as I can." So it's June. She was
She told us on the podcast like a month ago. Like she's taking her time. She's not playing for anybody else's approval. She's not rushing back
Of
to
course
potentially be
not.
injured again.
Like, get back when
So
you can get back. Get to 100% when you get to 100%. We don't want you at 85. We want you at 100. All right. We want you to be as healthy as you can on that floor, because we know when you're as healthy as you can, healthy when you're the healthiest, that's when you're the best. And last season, you was looking like you had a chance to go head and head, or I mean, you had an impressive rookie season up to that point of your injury around this time last year. But I feel as if these things do take time. Like she had a serious injury. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody really trying to clown on her is like, yo, she need to get off the damn catwalks and runways and get in that gym. Because see, people only see what is being shown. They don't see the work that goes on behind the scenes. They just see that the Instagram is just the highlights. All right. You don't see what goes on a day to day. You don't know what type of work she putting in. Just like how they used to do Dame Lillard. Oh, Dame dropping these albums. He need to get in the gym. Man, get in the gym,
he came out with
torch
that
your team for
that fake
50,
one.
60. Anyways, man, but I'm a little patient with them because that team it's really their first time all together. Especially with KP. One, not really their first time together with KP and De'Erica, but them having KP there, that's a new player being added to their team. They don't have their full team yet because they've been without Cam Brink, and we know what type of player Cam Brink is and what she can bring to the table, what she can, how she can elevate their team on both ends of the floor, especially defensively. So yeah, I'm patient with the Sparks as of now. What's the record? I feel like they're like middle of the
Who the
pack.
Spurs?
Sparks and three,
They
ooh, 3 and
are
7,
3-7.
not middle of the
Yeah,
pack.
middle at the bottom of the pack.
Yeah, like they still got a shot at the playoffs.
Not for sure.
Yeah,
That's why I
a
said
couple
fan
games back.
patience.
Patience. So
No matter that. I would have said the same thing basically.
yeah,
Uh, Storm.
Storm. Um,
I'll say more so. This is more so on the consistency
on consistency, I'm patient with it, dog.
frame.
I'm patient with it. I'm not tripping too much on it. I mean, I'm also not a Spark. I mean, not Spark. I'm also not a Storm fan, so it's like I don't have crazy high expectations for him. But I guess I have high expectations for him as in a sense of who's on their roster. Like this is you got Skylar and NECA being the forefront of your team. Drafted Dominique Malonga, who has seen some inconsistency so far. Um, I would have thought she would have been a bigger part, or just the way they kind of like had a lot of talk surrounding her name. I feel like she would have been in a bigger role, but I feel like she's playing herself into that, or it's just like it's gonna happen over time. Um, Gabby Williams is there. Alicia Clark is back. Like I feel like they have the necessary pieces to be a contender this year, but it's a matter of in asserting themselves as such. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, we're not even entertaining that.
Oh, that's not what I was laughing at. But yeah, we
Oh,
definitely not. I was
no.
about to reply in the comments like we definitely not about to entertain that. Uh, uh, the wings.
Panic. We gotta get the ball out of Enrique's hands. Enrique
Oh,
needs Enrique needs a playoff ball. I'm being so for real. I'm being so for real. I love Enrique Guwali's game, but let Paige run point. Let Enrique be two. Take y'all to the promised land. Paige, hell of a point guard, prolific point guard, can run the point like no other. Right? Got good court vision. Is a great playmaker. We've seen Enrique single-handedly lose a Wings games this season on multiple occasions. And I hate to say this because Enrique is one of my favorite players that I just mentioned. She's one of the ones in this league, right? She's one of the best guards in this league. Enrique's dying right now. But I don't know how else to say it, Tariq. I'm just clear cut blunt with it right now, bro. Like that's not winning basketball. Like I see what you mean. It's like the stuff that you be saying to me. I see what you mean sometimes. That's not winning. That's not gonna win you games. This man's
bro,
actually crying. I saw a tear roll down your face. But I'm being so for real. And I hate
he
that you
said
were
wings. He said she got to get the ball out.
being so for real. It's like it's good for the highlight reel, you know. Like she got a bag, she tough, but is it gonna equate the wins? It hasn't. We gotta fix something with it. It's broken. Fix it, please. Like I said, Enrique is a hell of a guard, hell of a player, bro. But if she not shooting 70% from the field doing what she doing,
She not even doing 40.
is that come on, man. I'm being so for real,
Oh
bro.
man,
I just think decision making and like shot selection. Like she shoots tough shots for no reason sometimes, bro. I'm like, gang, like, all right, yeah, you can make
she's
tough
she's
shots,
averaging
but like,
she's averaging 16 points a game.
Enrique, that's bad for you, gang.
She's shooting 34% from the floor.
Enrique, that's bad for you, gang.
I mean, she shot 38 last year, so it's really not that bad considering. She shot 40% from the league or from the floor 2 times since she's been in the league. She's been in the league since 2019.
So we talking about
This
six
year
seasons.
seven.
This year
This year
seven.
7. 2 years at 40%. Now when I say at 40%, I mean at 40%. She shot 40 point on the dot, dog. 40.0 and 41.2.
Listen, man.
Bro, that's nasty.
Enrique got it. Listen, Enrique got teammates, bro. Like, and then I can't even say that because she had Satu Salvi on her team for years. Now she got Paige Breakers. That should be able to take
Her
the
best
load.
friend, her
That's
best
it.
friend was on the team with her and won it out.
Right hand.
I'm just saying, bro.
Listen, doggone Paige Breakers is coming back, right? You got Paige Breakers coming back. I expect to see ethical hoop soon from the Dallas Wings. But if not, panic button.
He said, I expect this is some ethical hoop team. Not from number 24.
No. And Dejanay, what you
Not
doing? Why
Jewel.
are you pulling
Not,
girls here?
oh, talk that.
Why?
Talk that.
You're a better player than this. You're a better player than this. You're much better than that game. You're much better than that.
That
Like,
ain't the
come
first
on,
incident this year. That's like 3 or 4.
listen, what happened to this? Strap up. Remember she used to do that? What happened to it? Not pull down. Like these clips I'm seeing game, like I understand it's tough defense, but at the same time, it's like unnecessary roughness at the same. We playing basketball, football, sis.
Oh man,
Panic button. Panic button should be
that's an all
Dallas
timer
Wings
from Bryce,
colors.
y'all.
Panic button should
I'm
be
clipping this
Dallas Wings
before the
colors
night
for
over.
what?
It's going up in the next hour.
Oh, for
I
sure,
swear.
for certain.
I'm clipping this.
Please do,
I'm over here crying for real.
please
That boy
do. I
said,
saw
he
tear
said
roll down
edition
your
eight.
face. Tear roll down your
Accountability
face
all
is crazy.
2025. Shout out Marcellus Howard, man.
Come on, man.
Accountability all
Come
2025.
on, man. Who next on the list, bro?
Um, I didn't have anybody else, but I can ask somebody. Let me see.
There's anybody? We
I
said
mean,
Aces Panic. I said Patience with the Sky and Patience with the Storm. Who else did I say Panic for? I said Patience for the Sparks, Panic for the Wings. That's 5 teams. I think
okay.
everybody's kind of like where they need to be. Shout out to Atlanta
How do you
Dream.
feel
Atlanta
like?
Dream has been great. They've been
I
good.
say, how do
Been
you feel
playing
about
a
the
high level.
Fever now that they're 4-5 and Caitlyn should be returning soon? Do you feel
That's
like
a
they can
favorable position
still?
for them. That's a favorable position for them
Do you
because
still feel like they can be a top 3 or 4 seed? My
I
question.
think they can. If Caitlyn stays healthy, I think they can. That team is starts and ends with Caitlin Clark, but at the same time, it's not all Caitlin Clark. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Lexi Holmes, who's had a great season this year. You know, career year for her, I believe. Um, I want to say who else would be an important part of that team? Kelsey Mitchell, of course. Um, but I think as far as that, Leah Boston. Shout out to Leah Boston as well. But I'll say Caitlin will take that team to great lengths, to new heights. But without Caitlyn, they're a regular team. Plain
Ooh,
and simple.
damn.
Caitlyn's a superstar. I'm saying it. She's a superstar in this league. Year two, she a superstar last year. All right,
Bryce said he not holding back.
I'm not.
No punch, no pull punches.
Come on. I threw a 2 piece and it came up with fire, which is crazy. But nah, bro, listen. It's a good surrounding cast around.
Overtime.
It's a good supporting cast around Caitlyn. Um, think Sophie Cunningham healthy helps his team out a lot too. Because that's a player that's going to be gritty, get out on the floor, use her fouls, be
Use her
aggressive on
fouls is
defense,
crazy.
be
You call
aggressive
her
on
a hack.
defense. She's chippy.
Use her fouls.
She's chippy.
Man, you say that about DeAndre Jordan, brother. Not Sophie Cut.
She's chippy. She's edgy. She's aggressive. You need that on the basketball team, all right? You need that one. Like we said, she Dylan Brooks. Did we say that on the episode or we said that in a regular
We did,
conversation?
we did, we
Okay,
did,
I'm
we
making
did,
sure we
we did.
said. I knew we said that, but I was like, was that just between me and you, or was that on the actual episode?
No, we said on the episode. It was it was like the preview episode actually.
Okay,
I
yeah,
think Nick was on
season
there when we
preview.
said it.
Yeah, yeah, because you said she was Dylan Brooks, and you said who else was somebody else? You said somebody was Draymond.
All right, Sophie. Oh no, I can't say Sophie was stupid. Who was Draymond in?
No, it wasn't
I
Draymond.
don't
Was it
remember.
somebody
Everybody said it was
being Chris
Draymond.
Paul?
Hell no.
No.
Cliff.
Anyways, the Fever. Um, I think Caitlyn. She figured it out between I'll say the way she came back from the All Star break last year. Shoot, bro, if the W season started when it started, or like started at the end of All Star break, and went on to damn the way it did, I felt like I gotta look at the numbers, but I think they're a better team now, and I feel that now that Caitlin has that 1 year under her belt, knows what to expect, knows how to play in the W, and is figuring that out and getting to her spots, playing her game, and unlocking different things in her game, or just unlocking new heights of her game. That team is going to go as far as she could take them, and I think that's as far as maybe 3 or 4 in the standings this year. Is their ceiling? Well, I don't say it's their ceiling, but I would say that's their. I would say that's where I could see them, like their potential as being 3 to 4. Floor would be like 6. So if they're between 3 and 6 when the season's over, successful season for me, in my eyes.
I'm mad at that. Not mad at that at all. That was all I had, to be honest. Want to give a shout out to Kiki Area Finn.
Shout out to
Yeah,
Kiki Area
rookie
Finn,
of the month.
man.
She got rookie of the month. Brady Sykes averaging 20. Alicia Gray got player of the month as well.
Shout out Alicia Gray.
Or not as well.
Gold
She got
medal
player of
league.
the
She
month.
played a.
Fee got player of the month too.
Okay.
Yeah, they've been hooping. So shout out to them. Definitely want to shout out Kiki though.
A lot of good hoops, man. A lot of
Her
good
and
hoops.
Sonya get better with each game.
I love it, bro. Shout out to DC.
Wanna
Shout out to
DMV.
DC. DMV area, DC. Well, I love
Like
DC,
bees.
man. Love DC.
Like
Great
bees.
city. Great area. I've been there a couple
KD.
times.
Melo. Yeah, all that. Juan Dixon.
Hunter Dickinson.
Hunter Dickinson.
Nah, man, we got a sign out on that one, man. That's crazy. Whoo. Shout out Muggsy Bogues,
Hell
though.
no. You thought I froze?
No, I was like, yo, he really thought he was like, like you sat there, you was like, yo, really?
I guess.
Shout out Waller.
Must be a legend, bro. Wait, no.
I'm not capable for whatchamacallit, for Muggsy Bogues. I'm not capable for Muggsy Bogues like I did for Stephon Marbury.
You would have done it for Muggsy Bogues if he was from New York.
No, who's crazy? Who's nice from the Diva area that I will cape for?
Who?
Number 24 in Brooklyn, Cam Thomas.
All right,
The
y'all have a good night.
The best
man.
scorer in Oak Hill history.
See y'all next. All right, y'all have a good night. See y'all.
That's
next
a
week.
fact. That's a fact. He got the highest points in Oak Hill history over all the NBA players.
I don't care.
Melo, Rondo, Beasley.
I don't care. How many years did those people play there? How many years did he play? Okay.
I don't know.
That's what we talking about.
They Melo played what, 2 years, maybe 1.
I feel like max 2. At the
Yeah.
max 2.
I feel like a lot of these players didn't play a whole 4 at Oak Hill. Cam might have played 3.
Yeah. Honestly, I wasn't following him.
I mean, Brandon Jennings got him in his all-time star lineup.
I mean,
But then again, that's Brandon Jennings.
All-time leading scorer, exactly. You don't really take what he said. So,
you don't take what anybody on that couch says seriously, do you?
I really don't. I mean, Kenyon Martin,
not
cool.
even Lexi Brown.
No,
not even Kenyon Martin. I feel like that side of the couch.
Cool.
I'm about to say that side of the couch cool.
No, they're not. Lexi not cool. Lexi be yapping too. Let's give it a buck. She be yapping about her own league, which is weird.
I know. It's crazy.
I've been saying this for years.
No, you right.
She be on there downgrading her own league. Like, you literally play in it, and you literally not good. Like, I won't say not good, but you not.
Relax. She got a burner on her, right? She was on pace. Listen, she was on pace to be an all-star before she got sidelined to illness.
Why are we lying?
Listen,
why are we lying?
Why are we lying?
No, because you was voting for her.
I I brought it up, and you was like, He's like, I'm not even mad at that. You know, I'm like, yeah, she might sneak away to be also this year. He's like, I'm not
Stop it.
mad at that.
Stop it. I don't remember that.
Am I tripping?
I must have been high, and I don't even
I'm
smoke.
about to say you don't even smoke. That's crazy.
Hold on, I'm looking at the 3-point standings. I see one player from Seattle. It's Gabby Williams, 48.9% from three.
Okay.
The next one, Skylar Diggins, 37.9% from three.
Uh huh.
I just don't even see Mrs. Lexi Brown. She's not even in the top 50
Well, let's
in
look at
shooting
Lacey
percentage.
Brown's stats for this year.
Doo-doo.
Relax, man. Dang.
If she was not worried about being on that couch, she got there hooping.
That's a wild bar out of
Well,
context. That's a
no, that's
wild
okay.
bar out of context.
You made it seem crazier. It really wasn't that crazy.
Man, in this day and
Y'all,
age.
we
Oh, see?
literally just talked about the couch. We know what couch she on.
Yeah.
He's sick. Stop talking about my dog like that. Not going for that. She's averaging a whopping .5 points per game.
You said a whopping what?
.5 points per game.
I have nothing else to say.
See, if you would have just ended the show instead of trying to be funny and, oh, you don't want nobody on that couch? No. She a sniper. Yeah, all right. Did she even got field goal percentages?
All right, man. Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of the Hoodie and Headband Podcast Show, where
She's
we
shooting
uplift,
0% from the
where
field.
where where we uplift all athletes of all backgrounds, regardless of status, condition, all that. Cover the NBA, the WNBA, college. We even talk the next chapter on here. You never know what we talk about on episode of the Hoodie and the Headband. I'm Bryce. That's Tariq. Thank y'all for tuning in once again to another episode of the Hoodie and Headband Podcast Show. We'll be back next week. Y'all follow us on Twitter at on the screen. Um, I'm not hearing what Tariq's saying because he's on mute because I muted him.
I said follow us on TikTok. It's gonna be a couple clips. That's
Oh yeah,
crazy. Now I
definitely
ain't gonna
follow
do
us.
them.
Definitely follow us on
Nah, now I ain't gonna
TikTok.
do them.
No, do it.
I'm gonna spite myself and you. Them clips.
I'm gonna post clips. I got clips to post. We posting clips. Y'all can get this podcast. Where the Draymond,
Y'all gonna get this podcast. Nah, let
bro.
me chill, bro.
That was such a funny moment, bro, because he really crashed out.
Oh,
Got
yeah,
to say, the one say
he wild, bro.
he recorded that episode at the end of the third quarter, bro. Like
Y'all
he
gonna get
had
this podcast.
they said he had the
And
podcast. He said he had the mic set up in the locker room already. Our best peak like
yeah, that's OD.
playoff drama like at the beginning of the playoffs is always drama and always just like funny moments, and then we get to the finals where we get sophisticated basketball and not a lot of crazy moments, but yeah. Anyways, man, thank you for tuning in. Make sure y'all run it up. Um, we'll be live next week once again. Maybe recapping the finals by then. Who knows? Tariq believes so.
Yes,
I believe
ma'am.
we got another game in us, or not we. When we're, I believe there'll be another game. Some for us to watch on Juneteenth. Hopefully, listen, because you know Juneteenth is associated with the Nets Game 7 against the Bucks. We need a new moment on Juneteenth. I need it on this date 2 years ago, not on this date. Like, you know how many? That was almost the perfect Juneteenth for me. All right, had a good little time at the Juneteenth function. Made some money with my ventures bitches that early that day. Went to the big Juneteenth function where the homies was at. Had some fun out there. Then it was like, bro, you gonna be out tonight? I'm like, no, I'm watching this game. I'm locked in. Just for the white man to ruin it.
All right, that's
I'm talking about Joe Harris. Joe
yeah.
Harris,
You
he
gotta.
missed a wide open three in overtime. KD, he went scoreless in overtime. He had 50. So there's not too much to blame for him there, but he did go scoreless in that overtime. I thought he won the game, but Foot was on the line. So much so they anytime somebody else's foot is on the line, they call it the KD moment. Like Isaiah Likely's touchdown in the back of the end zone, the start of the season this year, there was KD moment. Foot was on the line. Tyrese Halliburton even said it in his post game presser when he hit the shot game one. Kind of had a KD moment. Wish I wore a size 10. Anytime somebody foot is on the line, it's a KD moment because he had the biggest foot on the line moment.
Yeah, bro, we gotta get.
I don't know where that was going.
Yeah, we gotta get out of here.
I had to
We gotta get out
find
of.
I had to find the what you call it, the landing there. That was a tough landing. But thank y'all for tuning into our episode. We back live next week talking more NBA finals, talking more WNBA Commissioner's Cup. Make sure y'all tune in here on the Multiplicity Media YouTube channel. Ooh, that was a lot to say. But yeah.
Appreciate y'all.